Hello Internet, I'm Dan.
And I'm Chaz. This is the Wine is Serious Business Show, episode 75. Exciting show for me, and I'm sure for Dan.
Totally.
We're getting to taste some pretty baller Pinots tonight. So two 2008s.
Purple Potion.
Yeah, the Purple Potion, literally. We've got the Cameron 2008 Abbey Ridge Pinot Noir, and then the Antica Terra 2008 Willamette Valley. Both of these, I've never had a chance to taste any vintage.
I think I've had other vintages of the Cameron before, but also new to me. We were hanging out at a wine shop trying to pick out some stuff for a show, and usually a little more affordable stuff. And like, boy, I've never had these. I'd like to try them. Like, let's do a fancy show. I'm sure some of you guys are interested to see what people think of these.
Yeah,
go for it.
The first one we'll do is the Cameron. I've had these open for about 5 hours, which is something with something this young and as high quality. You probably want to leave them open for a little while, let them get a little bit of air.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy to hear that.
Dark as hell. Beautiful color in the glass.
Nice thing about the Friday shows, Chaz has some time to hang out and get things ready.
Oh yeah.
This is, yeah. Good color, good color.
Yeah, it smells delicious.
Perhaps Pinot Noir from Oregon, perhaps?
Perhaps, yeah. It's definitely got some of that smell.
Oh, this is good.
Some of the fresh cut hay, but along with like really fresh raspberries.
Little bit of forest floor, yeah, the raspberries are dead on. They're like bright, tart, juicy, like perfectly ripe raspberries. A little bit of plum stuff going on there, like plum skin, a little thicker, darker feel.
Yeah, it reminds me a little bit almost like cranberries too. It could be.
Nice.
Yeah.
Palate's on fire tonight.
Feeling it.
Yeah, forget the plums. The dark cranberries are so much. That's way better.
Wow.
Delicious.
But yeah, and there's a little bit of an oak treatment. That's one thing I read about this online, is that it spent nearly 2 years in 1 to 3 year old oak.
Oh, cool. So balanced.
Yeah, balanced. Yeah, really balanced treatment. Yeah.
And it is light on the nose for sure. It's there, but just barely.
Yeah.
Hitting it. Great. Those cranberry notes from the nose he was talking about hit right in the center of the palate. They're super clean, great acidity, awesome minerality.
The raspberries are so juicy, guys. This is really good wine. This is amazing. I mean, this is very juicy, very upfront, but man, the acidity, the structure is still there, intact throughout the long finish on it. Man, this is
definitely a lighter style for 2008.
Right.
He mentioned
but
this
it feels so good on the palate. Like it's light, but
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, he mentioned that this is one of the higher altitude vineyards in the Dundee Hills, and that kind of makes sense because there's a little more delicacy, a little more floral notes going on here, and not quite as much as the deep fruit as we've seen in other wines and as we'll probably see in this one. So, but yeah.
And some of that sort of Dundee Hills flavor coming out in it too, right?
Totally.
The bright red fruit, a little bit of a spicy note to it.
A little bit of some black earth on there.
Yeah, it's good.
Good acidity, not a whole lot of tannins, I don't think. And I'm just getting just a hint of like some green apple peel or something. A little bit of stem way on the back of the palate as well.
Yeah, a little stemminess.
And the
tannins are there, they just barely grip. They just got a very light hold. The acidity is full on and nice though, right in the center of the tongue, just all the way back.
Totally. Yeah, I really like it, and it really gives the fruit like a bright, zippy feel to it, which is
a little bit of a punch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good sipping. Puts it at 89 points for me. I dig it.
91.
Whoa.
That's delicious. That's like the sort of wine that brings a smile to my face every time I taste it. And if you're gonna provide me that kind of pleasure, then definitely in the low 90s at least. And it's got massive potential. Great wine. So
nice.
All right.
Wine number 2.
So Antica Terra. Heard a lot about them. Never had any of their wines. Trying to remember her name. Maggie Harrison, I think, is the winemaker.
I certainly don't know.
Spent some time working as an assistant winemaker at SQN Cinquanan.
We don't drink it. This is like culty purple drink out of California.
Yeah. And so moved up to Oregon and started working with this project. I think Antigua Terre has been around since like 2005, but the vineyard's been there since the late 80s. But yeah, my first chance at ever having a Antigua Terre wine before.
And due to the winemaker having some reputation, there's definitely been a fair amount of press about it. Some of the other wine nerds we know get excited about it. You know, people that visit from out of town, you know, this is one of the wineries that they've heard of and want to go check out. So we're curious.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So this is a Willamette Valley bottling, but everything I could find about online said Eola Amity. So
all right.
Yeah, 13.5 alcohol. Let's get into it.
A little bit of floral notes on the nose, definitely not jumping out of the glass quite as much as the Cameron was.
This has got a darker character with way more earth on the nose, for me, than the Abbey Ridge. And darker fruit, like darker cherries, sort of.
Mm-hmm. The oak showing a little more, but I wouldn't characterize it as an oaky nose. This is just like dark, but still pretty delicate. Yeah.
Nice delicious. Yeah, delicious combination though. This smells fantastic. Excuse me.
Another synchronized sip for those of you who enjoy that sort of thing. Clean all the way across.
Excuse me.
And
what am I leaning towards?
And pretty well integrated. It's like nothing's really popping out as like this really distinct character. Everything's like this clean together little package that runs all the way across the palate.
Mm. Definitely leaning more towards the cherries here. Lots of cherry fruit, dark cherries, some stemmy notes, a lot of earthy notes to it.
A little bit of cherry pit.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's something a little woody in there too that doesn't initially jump out as like an oak slab. You know,
no, definitely not.
But like you bit into a cherry and you got a big bite of the seed or something. Man, long on the palate though. Really long on the palate.
And the acidity's like full but very gentle. It's not like really zipping across the mouth or really like, you know, making you smile, you know, hitting the smile points or anything like that, but it keeps things clean. And it's got a nice touch that lingers.
While absolutely delicious, this isn't as immediately pleasing to me as the Cameron.
There's just nothing that it's well put together. It's clean. I think it's representative of Oregon. Mm-hmm. Easy to drink.
Little fuller bodied, but maybe that's the oak treatment. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a little more wood, like we were talking about on the palate here, but
no characters really jumping out. We talked about this before with some other 08s where they're a little tighter too. I could see maybe as this evens out a little bit, a little more will come out.
It's very possible that it's obvious that both of these wines need more time, right? Like.
Yeah. 88 points for me now. Yeah, also tasty stuff though, well put together, super clean. If you like the darker character, this can suit you pretty well, I think.
And something a little fuller bodied. I think this is a 08 Pinot that's a little thicker on the palate. Still delicious. Strong 90. I'll go 89 plus on it. It is delicious. Will kill the bottle, no question.
That's the truth.
Yeah. But
look at the size of that bottle too.
Well, you were talking. You want to give them some credit on their label art, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. I mean, we showed the picture up there. This is probably one of the best looking bottle labels, you know, that I've ever seen. Like
I completely agree.
Just awesome. A lot of detail and not, you know, overblown, not like super gaudy. I really like the art they put on it.
Mm-hmm. Well, so that's our show. We started talking about question of the day. What are we gonna?
Yeah, we never came up with one. We were just talking with Chad's roommate Matt here, is helping put the website together for us, and you know we got just bare bones, but it's starting to come together. Give us some feedback. What do you think we should put on the website? Any functionality? Any images or like graphic looks that you think would suit us well? Feedback would be awesome.
Oh yeah, we really appreciate it. So, but yeah, we're gonna have that up and running hopefully next month or two, couple months.
Hopefully make it easy for you to search our archives, have like a real page for people to land on. So
absolutely. Tell us we suck, tell us we're awesome, something, whatever. Alright guys, see you next time.